Hello, my name is Kenneth Takala. I am the developer of Document This. In this short tutorial, I will show you how to add your documents to Document This. Let's go ahead and open an empty database. We'll use a local SQL instance and a test database. I've already got one set up here. So I'm going to enter in the default username and password, which is admin, all lowercase, and click connect. Now I've got my viewer window open, and as you can see, there's no documents in here. That just tells me that it's a new document database and nothing's in it. Now let's set up a few things first. Let's go to File, Settings, and I've already got this set up to a folder that I have some images in, some documents. And I've also checked the box here to delete image after upload. What that does is after I upload the image, it'll actually remove it from the computer. So the only copy of it would be in the database. Okay, now let's go add some documents. Let's click OK. And we're going to click File, Add Documents. This opens up the document entry window. As you can see, this document entry window is similar to the viewer window. And here are the files that I have in the folder that I want to work with. Now you notice that these file names are in red. The reason they're in red is because I checked that box to delete the file after upload. Let's start by setting up our structure. On the right side is where you add categories, subcategories, and items. You must work top down, which means category first, then subcategory, then item name. On a new database, if you click the down arrow, you can see there's nothing in there. As you type, if there happened to be an entry in here that started 20, that would have popped up and auto-completed, or you could just keep typing if you want to change it. Now, if there was a subcategory underneath category, that would also populate here. We're going to go year, month, and then item. Now you need to populate all three of these before these buttons up here become active. Now we're going to set this up. We're just setting up the structure, so what I'm going to do is just click the Upload Without Image button. And you can see here now that we have 2014 Jan and item. Now you notice there's no image available because we didn't upload an image. So let's go back and let's enter another one. This time we're going to do Fab and item. The item name when you're uploading without an image is just a placeholder. You need to have all three of these. You can name this whatever you want later. Let's upload again. And now again, if we look back over here, you'll see I have 2014, but now I have February and January. And underneath them, I have an item each. So let's add another one, only this time I'm going to add a company, a year, and a month. And again, month is just a placeholder. And then we'll do another one here. We're going to go federal. Taxes 2014 docs. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand all these, and you'll see here I have item, month, docs. So this is the Treeview. These can be set up any way you want. Whatever kind of strategy you want to use for your structure, whether you want to put the year first and then a month and then all your documents for that month under there, whether you want to have company name, a year, maybe this would be invoices. You could put January invoices. We'll get in a little more detail of that in a minute here. One thing I would like to mention is that you cannot have two categories with the same name. For instance, we have 2014 here. If I try and change this, and you can rename any of these by right-clicking and clicking Rename. If I try and name this to 2014, it does not allow it. And if you look down here at the bottom, it says Duplicate Name Not Allowed. And the same thing for subcategories. If I have two subcategories here under 2014, I cannot have the same names here. So if I would name this to Jan, again, it disallows it and prompts me down here at the bottom that it's not allowed. And that would also go for item. If I had two items under February, they would not be allowed to be the same name. Let's go back over here to the other entry window, and let's go ahead and add some stuff now. So we're going to select 2014 January item, and we're going to go ahead and put this PDF in here. And now we're going to click Upload. You can see here we've got 2014 February item, Jan, and Jan now has a PDF document in it. So let's go ahead and if you notice here now that the PDF document has been removed from this list, and it's gone, it's been deleted. Now you can enter in pretty much any kind of file that you desire into this database. As long as it's under 100 meg, you can store it in this database. So here I've got a music file. If I click on it, it plays my music. So let's go enter that under Acme Iron 2014. And I'm actually going to give it a different item name here. I'm going to call it Music. And I'm going to click Upload. And again, if you look back at the other screen, Acme Iron 2014, now I've got Music. And if I double click it, it plays right in the program here. Plays right in here. Again, let's go back and we're going to add another one here to federal taxes 2014 docs, and we'll give it this RTF. Rich text format, again, if you double click on it, it will open up in whatever kind of application on your computer that would open an RTF file. In my case, it's Word. Now if I'd like to make changes to this document, I can make changes right here. If I add new document, click close, wants to save it. Yes, I want to save it. Now the change has already been made. So now if I open it back up, you can see here I have the word new is already stored in there. So let's go ahead and delete that, close it, save it. Now it's back to normal. You can do the same thing with images. Here I have an image that's rotated 90 degrees in the wrong direction. I can right click, I can go 90 degrees clockwise, and now it's not saved yet. But if I right click again, you'll see here I have a save cropped or rotated image. If I save that, now the image has been rotated and saved. I can also right-click, edit image externally, and in whatever program that you have associated with the file extension JPEG, you'll be able to edit this. So now if I rotate it here and close it, now you see here my image has been rotated again. Well, let's move it back. And we'll save it again. And we're going to go ahead and upload that right to the same place here. Now as you can see, I added, without any changing of any of this, I'm adding documents to this item. So I'm going to go ahead and upload another one. Okay, now here's a image file that, gee, I don't know what build is, BLD. So if I double click on it, it's going to look and see if I have an application out there to open this program. And I do. This is actually a floor plan file. So as you can see, just by double clicking on the application, on the file, it'll open up any application associated with that file extension. Now any changes I make here would get saved back into the document when I close this program. So let's go ahead and we're going to upload this to this also. Here's an MP4, that's a video file. Again, if I double click on it, it opens up. Let me resize this. Let's go ahead and put that one in Acme Iron 2014 month. Upload. Okay, so now let's close this and let's go look at this side here. We've got 2014, January, February, no item in that one. January item, here we've got a PDF document. Acme Iron 2014, under month we have MP4 file, and then we also have an MP3 file. Under federal taxes, we have federal taxes 2014 JPEG. Well, what happened to the rest of our image? Well, they're there. Let me expand this a little bit here. If you see down here, I've got document 1 of 3. Well, that means I've got 3 documents under this item. And now if I click the right arrow, you can see here it switched images. And if I click it again, now it's the BLD file, which we know was that 3D graphics drawing program. And it switches to question mark because it doesn't really know what build is. That's the end of part 1. I will continue on with part 2.